Okay, we started recording and it is 7:29. 1 more minute to go. People will join when it's time. Okay, it is 7:30. So let me see. I see a lot of kids. And let me minimize this. Okay, let me click on this. Let me see if I see any more people. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Why does switch off?
Why I don't show you the video? Oh, okay.
Hey.
Okay. Okay. All right. Looks like everyone is here. So let's get started. How do we start? Hold our hands on, sit properly, and let's start with Namokar mantra. Okay, everybody?
Hold on.
Namo Arihantanam Namo Siddhitanam Namo Arihantanam Namo Vajrayanam Namo Loe Samunam Eso Panchanamokaru Savvapavaphanasanam Manglanam Chasavesim Padamamahavai Mangalam चत्तारि मङ्गलम् अरहन्ता मङ्गलम् सीता मङ्गलम् साहु मङ्गलम् केवली पन्नतो धम्मो मङ्गलम् चत्तारि लोगुत्तमा अरहन्ता लोगुत्तमा सीता लोगुत्तमा साहु लोगुत्तमा केवली पन्नतो धम्मो लोगुत्तमो चत्तारि शरणं पवचामि अरहन्त शरणं पवचामि सिद्धे शरणं पवचामि साहु शरणं पवचामि केवली पन्नतं धम्मं शरणं पवचामि. Right. Okay. So, how many of you know whatever I sang? All of you know this?
I know anyways.
Namokar mantra and Chattari Mangal Part?
I know.
Yes, everybody should know this, okay? Because this is what we say when we go to temple, okay? So this much everybody should know. Yeah, Ahan, do you know? Yes? Okay. I see everybody's hands going up, so I'll take it as everyone knows it. If anybody does not know, then they should ask their parents to teach this much, okay? Namokar mantra and Chattari Mangal Part. That much we should know. When we go to temple, we should recite that, okay? So the topic, Ahan, we are not sleeping. Get up. So in the last class, let's review some of the things that we learned in the last class, okay? The topic that we are learning is Bhagwaan and Teerthankar. And I have been saying this since our first class that we are actually going to learn what is the difference between Bhagwaan and Teerthankar. But before that, we need to know what actually Bhagwaan is, or what are the definition of Bhagwaan, or who is fit to be a god. Okay, that's actually what we are learning, or how to identify a god, that this is a god. So some of the things or some of the qualities that we talked about, who is god, does anyone remember? Yes, Aro, you're on mute, beta.
God is our Teerthankar that we worship for.
Yes, but we talked about two things that we look for God. Does anyone remember those two things? Does it ring a bell?
Savargi.
Vitaragi and Sarvagya. Okay, those were the two things that we learned. That the God should be whoever is Vitaragi and whoever is Sarvagya is a God. Okay. And then we learned who is Vitaragi. Does anyone remember who is Vitaragi? What did we learn? Yes, Tanmay.
Teerthankar is like a person who has a neutral soul, like he doesn't have likings to anything or dislikings to anything.
One more thing. Very important one. There is one more thing that the Vitaragi doesn't have. What is it? Yes, Ira.
Moh.
Moha. Say moha.
Moha.
Moha. Okay, Aro, you want to say something?
I thought it was rag.
Yeah, so rag is, Tanmay said that likings and dislikings. So liking is kind of like rag. Then we have likings towards those other things or anything that is called rag. But you are right. So you can say liking, disliking, or you can say rag or dvesh. Rag and dvesh. And then the third important thing is moha. And does anyone remember the example that I gave for moha, how the moha is? Tanu, you want to say it?
So, like, if you look at in like some sort of filter or something, you'll see yourself as something else, but then you'll be like, I like this. But when it's not there, you just see your normal self.
Yes, so that was the example. Very good. How many of you remember that? That is the delusion that the moha creates. And based on the delusion, we indulge into this rag, dvesh, attachment to other things, right? So I'm so happy that you guys kind of absorbed what we learned last week. So good job. Let's move on. Okay, so let's see what is the next coming in the slide. We learned Vitragi, who does not have Rag Dvesh. And then they explain what is Rag, what is Dvesh. Rag is like getting attached to something, liking something. And Dvesh is like you want to stay away from some of the things because you don't like them, you hate them. And then Moh is delusion. So in the process of becoming Vitaragi, what is the sequence? Like what goes away first? Do you just everything goes away together and then somebody just become Vitaragi, or Rag goes away first, or Dvesh goes away first, or Moh goes away first? So here they're saying that the first Moh goes away, means the delusion goes away. Because if the delusion goes away, then you see the clear self, clear things, right? There is no like confusion. Then the rag and dvesh goes away automatically, right? So yes, Tanu, you have something to say?
So, is there like a sequence of everything going away? So, like, first more vanishes, and then like everything starts going away in a sequence.
It is like it's not sequence, means it doesn't have too much time gap in between, but still there is a sequence. The moh has to go away first, to just like you said the example, right? If we are looking through some filter, we see that is not correct, but as soon as the filter goes away, we see the things clearly, right? So there is a split second of gap between how these things happen, but yeah, there is a sequence to it. even though there is not like a longer time duration, like today moh vanishes and then after 1 year rag and dvesh will go away. There is no, it's not like that. There is a very like it happens very quickly one after the other, but it's just that there is a sequence to it. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay. So what vanishes first, Ahan? Moh and then and dvesh, both. So, and then rag and dvesh both goes together. Okay, there is no sequence for those. So first moha goes and then rag and dvesh will go together.
स्वरूपा आगम दिख रहा है आपको स्क्रीन में?
हाँ,
आपके
दिख रहा है.
अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है, नहीं जस्ट वांटेड टू मेक श्योर, वो हाथ रेस कर रहा था, उसको आंसर देना था तो
Oh, so मुझे I could not understand that because he was going like this.
अच्छा अच्छा
तो मुझे लगा कि शायद उसकी स्क्रीन पे कुछ है and then he's trying to just do something.
अच्छा अच्छा
But I couldn't understand कि he's raising his hand. But it will come. Your turn will come. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't realize he was raising his hand. But I can see him.
हाँ हाँ नहीं कोई नहीं ठीक है।
Okay. So, what goes first? Moh and then rag and dvesh. Okay. So now, and then we also learned in the last class.
Miss Swarupa,
Yes.
I had a question about the slide we were learning about just now.
Okay.
But why does Moha vanish first and then why does Moha vanish first? Then why does the then
Rag
and
and dvesh.
yeah, why does Rag go first and Dvesh go second?
No, they both goes away together. I mean, they both goes away together. It's just that moh goes first and then the rag and dvesh goes away together.
How
There is
do
no
they
sequence.
come together?
So as I mentioned, right, like so these rag and dvesh or likings and dislikings, they are driven by the delusion that the moh creates. Okay. So it is just like our example that if we are looking at the things through a filter, that is like creating a delusion. Let's say I'm looking through some glass where the picture I see through it is not the correct picture that I should see. It shows me something else on the other side. But as soon as I change, as soon as somebody changes that filter and keeps it like makes it a clear glass, now I can see everything clearly. So before, when I was not seeing it clearly, I was kind of in my mind having likings and dislikings towards it. But as soon as my vision got cleared, now I don't have any likings or disliking towards it. So my rag and dvesh both went away as soon as I got a clarity. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so that's why rag and dvesh, there is no sequence to that, but moh goes first and then rag and dvesh. Then we learned about sarvagya. What is sarvagya?
I forgot.
You forgot? Everybody forgot what sarvagya is?
Yeah.
Everybody forgot. So we'll learn it again. It's okay. Sarvagya is someone who knows past, present, and future at the same time. Yeah, who is the Sarvagya? Sarvagya who knows past, present, and future at the same time, not in the sequential way. Okay, it's not like they'll know past and then they'll know present and then they'll know future. There is no such thing. Everything at the same time.
Why those letters so blurry?
Hmm?
Why the letters so blurry?
It is because they stretched the image so much to make it bigger, that those letters, they're very tiny, so they're blurry. Yes, Tanmay, you have question?
Yeah, so how are they supposed to see all three at once and have like how are they going to see all three at once? Like, won't they get confused?
They won't get confused, and we'll go to that one. Just give me a minute, okay? Aro, you have the same question? No? You have a different question?
You're not like that. नहीं समझ में आ रहा। सिर्फ बात।
Okay, Agam, you have question?
How do they see the future?
How do they see the future? Because they have realized the full potential of their soul. So soul,
Yeah, but then how do they see the future that we don't know?
तो वही तो बता।
because they how do they see? Because they have fully realized the potential of the soul. And you know, the full potential of the soul is that it can know everything that is out there without having a barrier of time. So if you have seen all those superhero movies where they talk about time and space, they always talk about breaking the time. What is it called?
Yeah.
Aman? Time lapse or time barrier or
The laws of time.
loss of time. Or if you watch Flash,
Time travel.
you know, they talk about the time traveling, and then they talk about there is like some
Yes, yes.
This time thing that gets broken, and then it gets so confused and all that. But God doesn't have that kind of confusion, because the soul has so much power to consume that knowledge at the same time. And that is how they know. Basically, they just break that barrier of the time. They are capable of seeing and understand everything, whatever was past, present, and future at the same time. Does it make sense?
आप बोलो।
So like they can't wait for seeing the things that are gonna happen. So they just break the wall into the.
Yeah. There is nothing that is hidden from them. They don't have to wait for something to happen. Yeah. Who's that? Himadri, I see your hands up.
So they can see the whole world.
They see the whole world and beyond.
Oh.
Ira.
How can God see the past?
The past is easy to see, right? That is already something that happened. Already. Aro, you have question?
Yes. No, I have an answer
To what?
to what people are asking.
Okay, what is your answer? Let's see.
It's okay.
So God, He's not here. So if He's not here, we can see everything.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that part. So if he's not here, then?
Then if He's nowhere, He's actually everywhere. So
It's not like God is nowhere. He's somewhere, right? See, if you look at the picture that I'm showing here, the other day I was showing you this much, right? So do you see this diamond in middle, this dark, where I'm hovering with my mouse? Do you see that dark green or bluish kind of thing? And then there is a circle in between. So that is where we are. Okay. And then when I say that is where we are, we are like a small dot in that place. Okay. This is kind of a Jane map. And If you look straight up, what do you see here? Do you see something here? Do
God.
you see something here? Yeah, that's God. So that is where God lives, okay? So once the God becomes Siddh, there is Arihant and there is Siddh. So here, all the Siddha Bhagwan lives here. When we say Namo Siddhanam, right? Namokar means, when we say Namokar mantra, we say Namo Arihantanam and we say Namo Siddhanam. So this is where Siddha Bhagwan is. So this is where he lives. It's not like God is nowhere. God is here. He's sitting here and he knows everything that is happening in this whole world. You see all these sections underneath the Siddha Shila? These are all the heavens. And then this is where the humans are. And then below, there are all hell. These are hell, 7 hells. And these are all heaven. And then this is where we live. And then this is just a small part. There are so many other parts where other humans also live. So, and all this is known to God, past, present, and future, all together. Yes, Tanmay, Tanu, you have question?
So can they choose if they want to see the past, present, and future? If like can they choose if they want if they want to see a certain time of the future? Can they check, or like it's like they can't choose what they want to see off the past?
It's all there. It's all there. They don't really focus on knowing. They just know. And they know all at the same time. So let's say at this moment, if we talk about at this moment, I know all the past, all the present, all the future. And then the next moment, this moment becomes past, and the next moment is my present, and then everything else is future, right? So let's say I'm seeing the past, present, and future at 9 o'clock. Okay. So at 9 o'clock, this is my past. 9 o'clock is my present, and then anything after that is my future.
So
right?
yeah.
And then at 9 o'clock and 1 second, because second is the smallest part that we understand, right? So at the 9 o'clock and 1 second, my 9 o'clock becomes my, including 9 o'clock, everything else becomes the past. 9 o'clock and 1 second is my present, and then everything after 9 o'clock and 1 second is the future, right?
So like, can the gods tell weather? Like,
Yeah.
like, do they come down to like where we are to tell the weather people?
Why would they do that?
I don't know. Like benefit us maybe?
See what was the first condition of being a god? They have to be Vitaragi.
Yeah, right. So they can't do that.
It's not like they can do that. They don't want to do it.
Yes, you're
They
correct.
don't want to do it because they don't have any jobs to do. All they have to do is just no, no, and no. Yeah, Ira, you have question? Ira,
What's this very dark question?
I'm sorry.
What's this very dark question?
What is that, Bear? I'm sorry, I'm not able to understand your question.
The very dark thing that's on the bottom.
Oh, this? This one?
Yeah.
This one, the red one?
Yeah.
It might be Nigod, but I'm not too sure. So below the hell, all the hells, there is a Nigod. And Nigod is where lot of one sense Nigodya Jeev. Nigodya Jeev means that they only have body. They don't have any other sense. Yeah. And then
Basically like a zombie.
not zombie. Zombies have face. Ghosts
Yeah.
Ghosts don't have body.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. They just have like their soul floating around. Right?
Wait. Oh. Basically, it's like ghosts.
No, I'll tell you what it is like. It is like a virus or bacteria. You know how small they are. But it is the Nigodhya Jeev is even smaller. So for Nigodhya Jeev, they say that so for our body, we have one soul, one body. One soul is inside one body, right? For humans. And for all the animals also pretty much that's true, whoever has like 2, 3, 4, 5 senses. But for Nigodhya Jeev, in one body there are like multiple souls. They don't even have their own body. So when we say that potato, onion, garlic, they are all underground vegetables, right? They are full of those Nigodhya Jeev, where if you like put your needle, you know how the needle is, you poke potato with the needle, and however small particle comes on top of the needle, which we may or may not be able to see, that much has like infinite Nigodhya Jeev. Nigodhya Jeev means soul trapped in those body. And then so that there are so many of them that they live under this hell, seventh hell. Yeah, Tanu, you have question?
So like when God can see the past, present, and future, can he see everybody's past, present, future at the same time?
Yeah, everybody. So whatever exists in this world, all the souls, when I say all the souls, that includes all four gatis, right? So souls that are humans, animals, and when I say animals, all the plants, all the Nigodhya Jeev, everything, and then all the hell, all the people in hell, all the people in heaven, and all the non-living things that exist. Everything's past, present, and future. Doesn't matter what.
Even potatoes?
Even potatoes.
Potatoes.
Everything. Nothing is hidden from him. Yes, Arohi. I can't hear you. Did you connect to the audio? Yeah, but I can't hear you.
Let me go help Arui.
Yeah, sure. Yes, Agam, you have question?
Even a toilet.
So, see, toilet is a pudgal, right? It's a non-living thing. But do you think toilet can be something else before it became toilet?
No.
Why not? See, it's what is it like? Metal. Toilet material is made out of what? Is it clay?
It's metal. It's metal.
Metal or clay?
Metal. Plastic. No, I think it's
Plastic?
plastic. No, metal.
It's not metal for sure.
Probably
It's not metal. Hmm?
metal. Why is it so metal? Marble or something.
Marble or like some kind of stone or clay or something that they made it into that, right?
There's no way it
So
can
let's
be.
say it was, I'm sorry, there is no way.
No, there's actually a way it could be living. It's that the bacteria. It's not like the material that's used to make the toilet, but the materials they have like bacteria, and that's the living thing. So God they can see the past, present, and future because something is going to happen to them, and then and the bacteria, it's like a living
No.
thing. So then
Okay.
when you
So
see the
there are two things, okay? A living thing cannot be converted into a non-living thing, and a non-living thing cannot be converted into a living thing.
So, non-living thing, that's basically recycling. If, like,
Yeah. Okay. So think about it. We are soul. We cannot become toilet tomorrow, right? Or anything else. We cannot become cell phone after a few years, right? Or let's say if there are
tomorrow we can become food.
yeah. So does it make sense? You cannot change the type of living things into non-living things and non-living things into living things. Okay, that is the foundation. That is the foundational thing that we should not be confused with. So I know a lot of held hands are going up, but let me quickly answer Agam's question. Okay, so does he see the past, present, and future of anything like toilet? Yes. So let's say toilet was before a clay, or let's say if it is made out of clay, it could be a plate before it got recycled into a toilet material, right? So, and when we say material, it's like how the toilet is made, not what goes inside. Okay. So,
Wait, Mama, a toilet can't be made by clay, does it?
so there are many types, right? There can be one made of metal also.
Toilet can't be made of clay because that toilet would break really easily.
Yeah. So let's say if the toilet was made of clay, that is one thing. Let's say if it is made of metal. Now, if that metal could be anywhere, it could be a pipe before, and then it got recycled and made into toilet. So that was the past of that toilet, and then now it is a toilet. Maybe tomorrow it will be recycled and turn into some rods, or who knows, it might become a material in the car or car door or something. So that particular material also has past, present, and future. It changes over time. So does God knows that? Yes, they know that. Okay. So to answer your question, I'll quickly go through all the hands that are raised. Aro, you have question?
आम्ही join करू ते बघा सगळं But what about robots?
So robots, are they alive?
They don't have a soul, but you can make robots.
Yeah, but they are non-living. So what do you make robots with? You are going to use some kind of materials, right?
They don't like technique here.
Yeah. So what is your technique? What is your technique? It's the program that you write in the computer, and then you feed in all the program knowledge into that robot, how to gain the knowledge, right? But that does not make it a living being. But does that robot particularly have past? Yes. I mean, whatever material you use to make the head or hands or body, whatever wire you use, it could be something else in the past, and then it might be something else in the future. So everything and everyone has past, present, and future. Everything changes. Right? Yes, stop. Yeah, okay, quickly, Arohi.
That never changes. That like, how does God? How is God so smart and he knows past, present, and all the other things?
So, Sarvagya, it is how the soul is. Okay. It is just that the God has fully realized the soul's potential. Now I'll explain that with the example, right? So let's say you all know what is gold, right? We all wear these gold chains and all the jewelry that is made out of gold. But gold is mined, meaning that stop doing that, please. Meaning that somewhere the gold is there buried in the earth. Yeah. and people will have to like scrape it from the earth or wherever it is. Some people say that it is found in the river, and then you kind of use different filter to find little particles. Now, after that, people have to filter that gold out. So what do? They heat it up on a very high temperature, and whatever the gold particles, they will melt on the high temperature, and then they derive that, and then all the impurities, they take it out from that. And so the soul is like that. It has so many impurities, all this kashai. Kashai is like anger and hatred and pride, greediness, all that. And then it also has this delusion which drives all these emotions and stuff like that. And then, so it is not, as a soul, we are not even able to identify ourselves with the soul, but God has purified its soul. So the soul is capable of gaining all this knowledge. Okay, it may seem that it is just impossible with the way our knowledge is, because it is very limited compared to how the God's knowledge is. But we also have the similar capabilities, because our soul is the same type as God's soul. Okay, and that is how. So basically, to tell you that this is all what God has, is to actually tell you that we also have this ability, and we can also achieve what God has achieved. Make sense? Okay, Ira, you have question?
How many minutes do we have left?
Oh, I think we went. Oh, no, we have 3 more minutes. Okay, so that is the Sarvagyata. We are all clear on Sarvagyata? The God is Sarvagya? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So, oh, there is a definition. I did not even read that. Okay. Sarvagya or omniscience means he possesses the power to know the whole world with its 3 tenses, which is past, present, and future, and it's all with its all conditions, all at the same time. Okay, so that is the definition of Sarvagya, which we already discussed. Now, Siddha Bhagwan, Aryant Bhagwan, Idrang Sarvagya, and also Hitopdeshi. Okay. So here, there is a little bit comparison between Arihant Bhagwan and Siddha Bhagwan. So as we all know, there is Siddha Bhagwan, which is like kind of just the soul.
Yeah.
And then this is Arihant Bhagwan, that is with the body. Okay. Okay. So, please go on mute if you are not talking. Hear a lot of feedback. Thank you. Okay. So there is a minor difference between the Arihant Bhagwan and Siddha Bhagwan. Siddha Bhagwan I showed just now where he is in Siddhashila. So whenever you see this like a curve under Siddha Bhagwan, you should consider this as a symbol of Siddhashila where he stays. But this is Arihant Bhagwan. Okay. Arihant Bhagwan is like first when they become Vitaragi and Sarvagya in this world, they go into the state of Arihant, meaning they have become a god, but they still have some pending work to do to become Siddha. But once they become Arihant, they immediately become god. That's why we worship two, Arihant and the Siddha. But it is like the Arihant, they achieve the Arihant state first, and then they achieve the Siddha state. Now, what is the difference between Arihant and Siddha? Is Siddha Bhagwan do not have body. Arihant Bhagwan has body.
Swarupa,
Yeah.
why is Arihant Bhagwan? Do we need to be Hitobudishi for God, or are we do not have to be Hitobudishi?
Yeah. Okay, it's almost time, but I'll quickly answer this question. So, Hitopadeshi is somebody who preaches, okay, who is giving out discourses, like teaching, okay. So, Siddha Bhagwan cannot teach from Siddhashila because we don't have access to Siddhashila and he doesn't come here. So, he cannot be Hitopadeshi because he is far away from here. Now, Arihanta Bhagwan, he is here in this world. When he becomes a god, he is here. So, he can preach people, or he can give out discourses, or he can tell people what to do to follow his path, and that's why he should be Hitopadesha. Okay, and that is the only difference that is there between Arihanta and Siddha, that Arihanta Bhagwan preach people, they give out discourses, they teach people how to become God, whereas Siddha Bhagwan does not have, we don't have access to Siddha Bhagwan, okay? But we'll leave that here and we'll talk about it in the next class, okay? Till then, Jai Jinendra. You have question, Arohi? Jai Jinendra.
I have a question.
Yes, bolo. I can answer.
Why is Arihant Bhagwan not God yet?
He is God. That's what I said. So as soon as Arihant Bhagwan is also Vitaragi and Sarvagya, but being a god is a two-step process. You become Arihant first and then you become Siddha.
Oh.
Okay, so Arihant is also a god, Siddha Bhagwan is also a god. Okay. Yes, Aro, you also have question. I can answer that.
What does Hitopadesh mean?
That we will learn in the next class. You'll have to wait till next class. Okay, I would just want to explain when everyone is here. Somebody else's hand was also up. Who was that? I think they left. Okay, that's fine. We'll continue the discussion in next class. Okay. Thank you. Jai Jinendra, everyone.
Jai Jinendra. Jai Jinendra.